Good afternoon on this beautiful -2-degree Minnesota day. We're going to do some upper control arms with some new Powerflex bushings and some SPL tie rod kit install today. Destroy or die upper control arms. I put some fresh bushings in, kind of show you a little bit of a rundown on how to do that. And we're going to replace the old ones with this nice new fresh setup. Get lots more angle and more adjustment on the camber, the overall suspension in the front. Right now I got lower control arms in the front. That's all I got. I'm kind of at the max of what I can do with those. We got her up in the air. Get that taken off. Get the upper off. Get that installed, and then we'll take a look at the tie rod kit after that. Gonna get a little bit on the inner shaft. Coat that pretty well. Take your bushing, press it in. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Nylon washer will sit over it just like that to kind of finish it off so it sits flush. Currently, it'll be flush on this side, but it's not quite flush on the inside. That nylon washer helps smooth that out. I'm just going to press all these in to the bushings here, and they're all prepped for both arms. That's number one. Really simple, really quick, nothing crazy. Get the second one in, press together. That metal is really cold right now. I should have had this stuff sitting inside for a little while to warm up. That's alright. Those ones went in a little easier than the first one. That's good. It's never fun when you gotta fight the parts. If you're fighting it, probably going in wrong. So, sorry it's a little dark in here, but right now, trying to get in here and get that top nut off for the upper control arm ball joint. One bad thing about the destroyer die super knuckle is everything's pretty compact back there. I mean, it protects everything, but still, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get everything out. Alright, so I got my old rusty castle nut off. So free inside there. Now what we're gonna do, you can see I've already tapped on it one time when I did the knuckle. Just take your hammer. Should pop out. I got this ball joint loose. Now I'm taking this long bolt out that goes through the back side of the control arm. I got the nut broke loose and off. Now I gotta get the shaft, the whole bolt goes through that whole shaft back there and out this side, and then you'll kind of hide behind this bracket here. Alright, we'll take a quick peek side by side. This is the OEM upper control arm, and this nice brand new shiny upper control arm. It's a little bit longer side by side, so we'll get a little bit more upper adjustment on the tire, kind of flatten that out a little bit, and it's also quite a bit narrower. That's kind of the wrong view. Let's go this way. You can kind of see there's quite a bit more clearance here for the wheel. With the old one, I don't know if you can see right there, my wheel was actually hitting the upper control arm and taking rim material off. We don't want that. That's not good. I'll flip this over here. Got the old ball joint. It's leaking really bad. It's all floppy and wobbly. Not any good. Nice new one. Nice and stiff. Doesn't wobble around like that. That's what we want. Now the tricky part is going to be getting this nylon washer in there as I slide the bolt back through while holding it around the coilover. I only have two hands. We'll see how this goes. I can't hold the camera to get this installed. Oh wait. Oh, it's in there. It's kind of tricky holding that nylon washer in there. I don't know if you can see it. Little thing right in there. Not very easy when you're trying to balance the control arm and push the bolt through. But it's in there. So we just gotta get ball joint snugged up. And we're gonna loosen this bolt right here and the one down here. And we're gonna slide this knuckle, the whole knuckle, out. So it'll kind of line up with the upper. I'm gonna swap this boot on the new one. Right now I currently have it pretty close to the right length that I need. So hopefully it's the right spec for alignment, and I actually need to go out just a little bit more. I'm just looking kind of from my view. Got this end kind of lined up, but you gotta go like that. Get that lined up here. Just a little bit longer. That's perfect. That upper control arm in there, we need it just a touch longer. Kind of make a few adjustments. Although I'm gonna go a couple of turns out here because I want to be able to adjust it with the inner as well. Alright. I'll leave the inner loose, but we'll take this all apart. Hopefully we don't mess it up too much here. We'll get it at least close with that. Alright. Put it on. Clamp on here. Thread the outer tie rod end in. We'll obviously do kind of a rough alignment, and then I'll bring it in to have an alignment done as well. And close. Let's go with it. Tighten down the Allen key here so it doesn't move. It's only supposed to be 75 inch-pounds. I don't have a torque wrench that reads inch-pounds, so just go snug and then a little bit tighter than snug. It'll be fine. I'll go back and do that at a later date. Don't forget your locking collar piece. Alright, so I got the bump steer set up. You want it to be set up with your lower control arm so it's in line. It's really hard to see right now. Not the best lighting in the garage, sorry. But I got the spacers in there that come with the bump steer kit. Got the top nut torqued. Now we got to get the bottom nut torqued to 80 foot-pounds. We'll do that real quick. Then we can actually move on to the other side. I think we'll test it out here. I did check to make sure there was no clearance issues. Everything seems to be good. So yeah, we'll get this torqued. Maybe throw the tire on it, move it through, move it all the way around, just to double check again. I'm probably gonna have to play with the camber up top. I don't know that I'm gonna leave it all the way out. It's nice and straight, but with how much camber I had on it before the upper control arms, it actually worked really well. Tire was planted on the ground almost exactly where I wanted it, and perfect control. So we'll kind of check it out, see what it looks like. I'll probably end up pushing the top in a little bit, but yeah, we'll kind of play it by ear, see how it goes. Alright, not too shabby. Really close right down here, actually. Shouldn't have noticed that before. You got the shade of that nut. We'll see. Could become an issue there. Close that is. Take one of these spaces out, probably be fine. Well, we'll back that nut off. We're gonna move it. It's right here. I'd rather switch it now than get everything back together, set it on the ground, and have clearance issues. Have to take it out part then. It moves out farther. Right now the other side is what's keeping it from turning out farther, but as we go here and it turns out farther, this is actually going to lift up and away, just how the control arm is kind of pitching here. I think we'll be fine with that. We'll just have to take out that one, and we'll still kind of clear and be set up pretty good with the bump steer. Not that a tractor is going to be super bumpy anyways, but you never know, depending on the track you go to. Alright. Cool. Now we'll get the boot set up in here, get that all crimped back down, and this side should be all set.